Hey guys, Ryder here. So, I realized I haven't really given a whole lot of uh, insight, a lot of explanation about who I am, who my family is, and what we're trying to do. Um, I get kind of emotional talking about it, and it's hard to not want to stop and just bury the feelings. Not because they're bad, but because I don't know how to express it. Um, ooh, sorry. I'm gonna pause it for a minute. I'll be right back. Alright, I apologize about that. As you can see, I don't like talking about myself. Um, I've always had an issue with it. I'm a very private person. But I've learned I've learned through watching. Sorry, like I said, I don't have a fancy editor. All I have is a pause button when I record. Um, but as I've learned through watching other channels, a lot of these guys use YouTube as therapy. It might not seem like it to them, but to some of us, we use it as that. We use your stories to push us through the next day and to keep us going. Uh, I watch some of these homestead channels live my dream for the longest time. Made me jealous. Really jealous. And I couldn't figure out why I couldn't get there. Why I couldn't figure it was a dream. It's never been a possibility. I'm 37 years old. I have nothing. I don't own a house. I don't own property. I have to purchase my inheritance. Sorry, guys. Be right back. I'm sorry. Anyways, as I was saying, I'll have to purchase an inheritance if I want one. I don't come from anything. We'll back up some. I was born in Pacific Northwest. My parents moved to Utah when I was 3 or 4, if I remember correctly. Raised Mormon my whole life. Like, I was shirt and tie every Sunday, serving sacrament, the whole bit. It was I pulled away from the church when I was 16. The rebellious teenager. I know everything. I'm smarter than parents. Um, and learned that I didn't need, and guaranteed this was later in life, but I didn't need a religion to have a relationship with whatever it is that put me here. Um, Whatever it is, uh, he, she, it, okay. Um, I don't know what to do, but I know. Anyways, throughout my adulthood, I've and experiences, I have my own theories. I've taken bits and pieces of different religions I've learned about, different theories and methods and Big Bang and all that. And I have my own belief. Agnostic, atheist, whatever you want to call it. Um, I am what I am. Um, I don't I don't believe in organized religion personally, but I'm not going to shun somebody for it. I was raised in a religion that shunned their own people because of, well, you guys know. Um, Again, my channel's unedited other than a pause button, so I can either power through or pause it. Either way, you get what you get. Anyways, at the age of 18, the day I turned 18, I knew everything as a teenager, so I moved out of my dad's house. Moved in with my current girlfriend. We started planning a wedding. We're married a few months later. Day after the wedding, find out she's pregnant. You know, I was smart as a kid, real smart. So I took the path of just struggle. Why not? Um, Shortly after my first son was born, I signed up for the Army, and because I had been a high school dropout, was denied. I ended up having to go back. I went and took my test for my GED, and by the time I got the results back for that to prove that I had taken it and passed, the requirements had changed, and I now had to have my high school diploma. So, believe it or not, kids, stay in school. It's, well, get a high school degree. That's all I'm saying. If you have parents that have the ability to homeschool you, holy shit, you're a step ahead than the rest of the country. I was homeschooled from the end of first grade through about halfway through seventh grade. Not properly. When my parents divorced, I had to go back to the public school system. Mom was started working full time again, and what was she supposed to do with it? She couldn't homeschool us, or her version of it, because at seventh grade I was so far behind that I never made it past pre-algebra. I have a high school degree, though. I have a high school diploma in my hand, and I use it. I use it for nothing more than to prove to my boys that you have to have a high school diploma to be a bullet sponge, no matter what you want to do in life. You've got to have a base education of some sort. Am I against homeschooling? Absolutely not. But damn it, do it the right way, because it's for your kids. It's that important for them. Anyway, so I started halfway through seventh grade lost. Joined the Army at 18. Brand new family, 6-month-old son. This was late August, early September of 2004. Shipped off to Fort Benning, Georgia, Alpha 247, and Bravo Company. Same as Forrest Gump. I know, it's crazy. Our drill sergeant pointed that out, and we laughed about it for weeks, and then we realized that Forrest Gump wasn't a real story. So, but either way, it's real platoon, real battalion. Basics seemed to blow by. I hated every minute of it until about week 4, week 5. Then it becomes routine. I learned a lot. Had a good time. So, get done with basic 9 weeks later, graduated out, started my AIT school at Fort Bliss, Texas, with the Air Defense Artillery, 151st ADA. The first night we pulled into town, we pulled in at like 1:30 in the morning off the bus, just jumped off the fucking planes. Get in, and the drill sergeants picked myself and 4 other guys out, and they're like, you all need to choose new MOSs. You need to choose new jobs. Yours was discontinued before you even, well, mine personally was like 2 weeks before I even left for basic. 2 weeks. My recruiter was supposed to have gotten a hold of me and said, hey man, shit happened, but we got to change it up. Anyways, so they pull me into the liaison's office. She starts giving me my options. And unfortunately at that time, I'm 19 years old. And I was having issues at home with my wife. Again, young family, young son. And I was given the ultimatum of, well, it's either the Army or us. I was going to choose a position that would have put me in Germany for 3 years, for the remainder of my contract, but it would have opened up a few extra positions and possibilities for me civilian-wise after I finished my term, or even military career if I went that long. I was young, dumb, and full of hormones and stupid decisions. And so I asked the liaisons, what are my options? This is what I'm dealing with at home. Shoot it to me straight. And they said, well, you can either pick a job or you become needs of the military. Well, fuck. I didn't want to be a bullet sponge. So then and there, I signed the line for 3 more years in Germany. Excuse me. Sorry, like I said, I don't have a fancy editor, so if I feel like you can't hear me, I gotta pause it. Get myself composed. So, sign the line. And for those of you that have been through the military or are currently in the military, thank you for your service. But y'all know that it's not just one line. You tend to learn to shorten your signature. I did before I even made it through MEPS. Anyways, sign the line. So I was stoked. I was excited. It would have been a big opportunity for me. So I go running to the phone. Oh, sorry. Go run into the payphone. Babe, check it out. This just happened. But it opened up this opportunity for us. I'm so excited. And I get, well, if you go, you'll never see me or your son again. Needless to say, my world shattered. There's more details to that. I'm gonna keep it short. Long story short, I opted out. I came home to save my marriage. Or I thought. But I came home for whatever reason. And I'm glad I did. Everything happens for a reason. Everything. It's not just karma. But I don't know what it is. I just realized I'm sitting out here in my camp trailer. It's an old vintage 1966 that my dad gave us. and the window above me is showing pretty much the time of day, how big of a boob I am. I'm emotional, guys. Forgive me for it. I haven't always been. It also gives away how long it takes me to recompose myself. Oh, man. Anyways, I haven't always been emotional. I bottled up a lot. We'll get into that later. But, anyways, I'm getting in 15 minutes already. So, needless to say, I came home. I had a drill sergeant who witnessed my phone conversation and my facial expressions and knew I wasn't going to last a week. So he helped a lot. Anyways, 2 months later, after I get home, my wife and I are done. She kicks me out, and I realized that I should have just stayed in the military. I could have still had the option to fight for my son. It may have been a little bit harder, but again, everything happens for a reason. So I did everything I could to stay as close as I could to my son. For custody, ended up losing in the end. Utah. Utah is a hard state for dads and dads' rights. I did everything I could to get custody when I could. There were numerous times where my son would come live with us, me and my current wife, over the last 18 years. He's currently 18, just turned 18 this year. But he would come to live with us for months, year and a half at a time, because he would have so many behavior problems at mom's house that she couldn't deal with it anymore. Most of them stemming from her alcoholism, and it was blind to her. It was blind to him because he was that's how he was raised. But he's 18 now. What can you do? So, as far as I understand, he's doing well. And for whatever reason, whether it was my parenting or her parenting, or whether just her and I's ugly relationship, I mean, we were divorced for a fucking reason. He's asked me not to contact him, and I've done the same thing to my mom for various reasons. So I try to respect that for him, but last I heard he is in a basically boarding school, trade school, we call it Job Corps, where he's learning, where he's finishing up, hopefully, his high school diploma. He ended up dropping out about a year and a half ago, I believe, but to the best of my knowledge, again, like I said, he doesn't want to contact me, and I try to respect that. So, it's not easy, but anyways, so he's studying welding, finishing up his high school diploma, and I believe auto mechanics or auto body, I don't remember exactly. So, good job, bud. Alright, so sidetracked. 18 years prior, No, sorry about it. 16 years. Anyways, just got back from the military. I was working at a call center, and met my current wife, which y'all meet later. She's great. She's amazing. She's amazing, really. She's my rock. But right about 11, 12 months after I met her, my youngest was born, Corbin. You'll meet him later. He's going to help with a lot of the videoing and such. But later on, once you start seeing fancier videos from us, you'll know that we've graduated, graduated and have paid off enough debt, or all of our debt, all of our debt, because it's not a necessity to us right now, but all of our debt, to get a system that he can learn to edit and run his own channel eventually. That's he wants to get into that. So this will be a practice channel for him, basically, when it comes to editing, once we get to that point again. Anyways, so yeah, 12 months after I meet Athena, Corbin's born. And life's been rough. I started driving trucks over the road right at 21. So I missed a lot of my children. A lot. Anyways, I was over the road off and on until about 7 years ago, 8 years ago possibly. Driving commercial vehicles, tractor trailer, picking up from coast to coast, north to south. Never crossed any country borders, but I believe I've been through, God, all but like 3 or 4. No, I would say I could count on both hands how many states I have not driven into or through in a commercial vehicle in the lower 48. I did, however, get to Alaska for a while. I worked on some drill rigs doing some explorational drilling, and flew to work every day in a helicopter. It was an absolute blast. I would never do it again. Not at this age anyways. It beat me up. But the money was good, the jobs were fun, and so I've been all over the place. But I missed a lot of being a dad, especially when they were younger. But Corbin's 16 now. He's got his permit. We're working on getting him his license. I'm finally home to enjoy that. So there's a lot that we had a lot of fun when I was home. I made a lot of money, but I have nothing to show for it. I have nothing to show for it yet. So yeah, that's basically me. Oh, fair warning. This YouTube is going to be my new event. I'm currently in the process of selling my Harley. Alright, laugh at me. I'm not crying over a bike, I promise. It's because that's my therapy. So, now this is temporarily. But I'm going to use this as my therapy for a little bit. There's a lot of guys on here that have helped to motivate me. And as Billy in Permapasture Farm says, pull you out of the bottom of Plato's closet. Excuse me, Plato's cave. Pull you out of the bottom of Plato's cave. Thanks for the rope. Anyway, seriously, thanks for the rope. Another guy, Bobby Spags. I don't know whether to give you blame or credit for this, but your Spags Unfiltered channel gave me the final push to do this. All I knew about you before was what I saw from you in your interaction with Billy. Literally watched Billy's whole channel from the first video they've posted until current day. Every one of them. And that first live chat that you were with Billy that I saw, I was just like, alright, this guy's fucking weird, man. It looks like he lives in his fucking basement in like shelves and what the fuck. That was honest first impression. Second video came out. By the end of that one, I mean, that was just, no offense, I'm sorry, but in fact, Billy mentioned it later in one of his other videos that people had asked him, and not me, man, but it was funny. But, you're legit, man. I've looked into some of the stuff you've said and talked about, and, as soon as you put that, don't be sorry, be better, I had to have that shirt. I could not order it fast enough. Guys, I'm going to put the link to these guys' channels down below in the description, but check them out. Never met you guys in person, but you've done a lot. You've done a lot to help me accelerate my plans and achieve my goals. And I can't thank you enough. My poor wife, you can ask her how bad I hate the fucking word sorry. People come up and apologize. Oh, I'm sorry. No, I hate the word sorry. And you said, don't be sorry, be better. I love it, man. Because all I've said before is, don't say sorry, I hate it. That's why. Be better. Anyways. Yeah, you guys definitely helped. It helped swallow, or excuse me, you helped after swallowing that red pill. I was lost for a long time, didn't know which direction to go. And I'm coming east, guys. One of these days I'm going to meet you. I'll make it to one of the, I don't know, we're hoping to be able to be out there by the first of the year. So if everything stays on track, financially, we've got some debt left to pay off still before we can start looking for land, like I've mentioned. Excuse me. But we're getting out that way. We're gonna get there. And I think yeah, I can't wait to meet you two in person. Anyways, guys, so again, thank you. Can't thank you enough. I'm gonna quit blabbering for today. Gotta get back inside and finish my laundry before she wakes up and needs the machine. She's headed out to her sister's wedding. She's flying out this week, so gotta make sure everything's packed today. So anyways, again, I'm sorry. This is me. I'm raw. I'm real. I hope you're keeping it real too.